Here is part 2. It's probably a recording of me trying to go home. I am probably gonna get DMCA'd for this, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave it in the second video if I have to. But I'll try uploading it without editing. We'll see how that goes. Time to set up, let's go. I am gonna make my way up that bridge over there and cross the river. Yeah, I think I have to cross that way. Let's go. Nintendo, please, that was a joke. I could already feel myself cringing. Anyways. Looks like they have bike rentals too. Although in Calgary I did try their scooters. And if you're not careful, that stuff can get pretty pricey. I had to go to a laundromat to do some laundry, and I ended up using one of those scooters just to save myself some time. A 15-minute scooter ride costed me $10 in credit card pre-authorization and a total of $7 for 15 minutes. 1.5. So if you want to ride the scooter for at least an hour, do the math. That's $28 out of your pocket. Super expensive. But I can see how the market is there. People just want a quick ride like I did. And in my opinion, spending $7 to do a 15-minute ride versus having to either wait for a bus or walk all the way there for an hour and a half with all the heavy luggage and laundry, that's worth it. Let's stop here real quick and get a nice view of the boats. If I can do that. Let's see. It's probably fine. And I have to say, Edmonton skyline is pretty good. Going towards the downtown. Let's see. I think Calgary's was better though. I choose to go down the bike path. So let's see. Can I go this way? Yeah, why not? So we have a mountain bike. We have a fake mountain bike. Oh. There's someone sunbathing with their bra off. Gotta be careful with that. This is steep. That's fine. Sorry, cheapo bike. But I'm glad you handled it. Oh, my music turned off. I'm gonna stop in the shade. Play that. some chalk drawings. Oh no.
The Central Social Hall after this, when we taking over the patio to do it just like this is better. Swear to you. And the sun gets hotter, we gonna get hotter. Shout out Freddie. 78 the family bringing you the day of your lives. Hey.
Among Us. Alright. Turn on the music. I really hope I don't get VLC. So I am now on the downtown side. I have to make my way this way. Go along it looks like a sort of park, so I'm going to keep going down that way. And hug the river. Yeah. Good plan. See if I could get away from this boat. I don't know. When I'm editing this video, I think I'll open it just so I can talk, but mute the rest when I'm pausing. Darn it. How it is. This bike and my knees are not friendly with each other. I wonder what this is. Looks like a great place to shoot a video. I need to outrun this boat. My arms are starting to hurt. This is nice. Get to see some bedrock in the distance. Too bad my GoPro doesn't have my GoPro doesn't have a zooming feature. That's gonna be my next big purchase. So I'm slowly saving up for a DJI something Pro 2, where even if I'm recording, I could zoom in, and it's gonna be 4K. I'm sure it doesn't really matter for most people. Right now I'm recording for 1440 pixels, but if I shoot for 4K, it'll be good. I always wanted to play my videos, or I always like playing videos that are that big on my 4K TV. I have a 4K television capable of doing it. It'll be nice to play in the background, and also try to judge to see whether or not talking while riding is a good thing or a bad thing. But the power to you too. Again, if you like talking, let me know. If you don't like talking, also let me know. If I get 50-50, for example, I'll release one talking and one no talking. That just means I have to ride more. And in the end, you're helping me, because that's one of the reasons why I'm riding, to cut down on weight. Diet is not enough. Oh my goodness. That bird though. Still gonna have to look at how I'm gonna title this video because I have no idea where I am. Nothing a little research can't do. Looks like I'm just riding something almost equivalent to Toronto's MGT trail. I think it's MGT, but more greenery and away from highway. I think another YouTuber said it accurately. One of the biggest mistakes that big cities make is creating a super speed highway along the riverside. Because even if you're the driver, right, you're not really gonna appreciate it. At most, you're gonna appreciate 10 seconds of it, or at most 30 seconds of it as you pass by, and it's just, I don't think it's worth it. If you want to appreciate the harbor front, then you have to do something similar to what Vancouver has done, where, you know, there are lots of residential areas. People can actually walk to the harbor front side. At least for the MGT, it's somewhat secluded, so tourists have to spend an extra bit of, let me see if I could turn around here. Tourists have to spend an extra bit of walking just to get to the harbor front. Either that or take the ever confusing harborfront TTC. Get lost in the process. It's a blessing in disguise, I guess, where I guess if it was much more accessible, people will be clogging up the roads for it. Damn, I thought there was a pathway here. Alright, let's go back. But if you really want your city to flourish, you have to build something other than highways and scenic spots. If you want to make it commercial, then have a little strip of miniature restaurants. Kind of like how they do in Woodbine Beach. There's just one small shop there. I'm not sure if it's a mom and pop shop, but it does a job, right? Just walk on the beach, and if you get hungry, there's a small restaurant inside and get full. Then walk back home. We're under another bridge. I don't want to go there because the dirt seems extra muddy. Stick to the path. That guy had one of the faster scooters by Apollo. Apollo is a scooter company based in Montreal. They make fairly good scooters. Customer service can do some work though, but I think it's give and take. There are some people who say that Apollo is has one of the worst customer service, but I would like to defend them in a sense where they're a company that basically started by rebranding scooters and then eventually designing their own. They still source their stuff from China, which is fine because most of the stuff is sourced from China anyway. It's just a matter of quality control, QC, making sure every part doesn't break down. That's what they ended up doing with one of their models, which was originally just a rebranding of the VDM10, the Apollo Ghost, which is also my first big boy scooter. And you know, albeit it did have some issues, but it's the typical issues like brake bleeding. You have to do your own, otherwise they're going to start charging you a lot of money for it. Occasional loosening of the rotors, which can be fixed by putting some Loctite in it. I say most of the complaints that past customers had with Apollo was easily easily fixable. But their argument is, if I'm buying something, I shouldn't have to worry about that shit, you know? And I am against that. No matter what, if you buy a scooter, if you buy a mountain bike, and you're actually serious about it, you should put some effort in learning how to take care of your own maintenance. Because that's what differentiates you from a typical customer to a person that actually enjoys the hobby. I learned how to change my tires, for example, because the tires initially sucks. Okay, so I'm on a nicer part of the river. See some people paddle boarding. I can't record that because I'm not that skilled with this bicycle. See some benches. It would have been even more nicer if people stopped vandalizing. See some graffiti on the ground. Am I still recording? Yep. On the other side seems like a halfway bridge. Here's the paddle boarders. Okay. I'm starting to get hungry. But let me continue. There seems to be a small beach on the other side of that bridge. So I'm gonna make my way up there and across. We're still on the 18 minute mark of this video. Got plenty of time. I gotta admit though, it smells like ass. I think it's garbage. They really should close that so animals don't come across it. I think I should go up here. Yeah, I think I should. No, it looks like it's blocked. One thing that this bicycle has that my good bicycle does not is a decent bell. I think this one notifies pedestrians a lot better than my other one because it stays on, right? Whereas my bicycle brake / bell on my main bike is short and aggressive, and I have to keep ringing it multiple times until they realize that I'm using it. But I kind of like that too because it shows a sense of urgency. Hi. Seems excited for dogs. I like this part. I wonder what it is. Oh, I've been here before. Looks very peaceful down there. Well, I think it's good to cut off from there and start making my way to a restaurant. Maybe drink a beer and wait until I sober up and then go home back on southwest side of Edmonton. Again, here's my dad's Canadian Tire bike.